Today's episode of the Just Keep Swimming podcast is brought to you by Audible. Audible is an online audiobook and podcast service offering over 10,000 books and the ability to listen to your favorite podcasts, including the Just Keep Swimming podcast. I personally use Audible all the time and suggest you take a listen to Intentional Living by John C. Maxwell. In this book, Mr. Maxwell shares his story on how he was able to live a noble and purposeful life and gives you tips and tricks so you can do the same. So please start your 30-day free trial now at www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast, all lowercase. Again, that is www.audibletrial.com/JKS podcast. And if you have any more questions or concerns for the Just Keep Swimming podcast, you're always welcome to reach out to us on Facebook or at Instagram at Just Keep Swimming _podcast, or you can email us at jkspodcast702@gmail.com. And with that out the way, let's dive into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the Just Keep Swimming podcast. It's your friend, your boy, your host, Mr. Adrian Jackson, and we back at it again with another great episode for you. And you already know who's with me. It's the man, the myth, the legend. It's Mr.
Toi.
AKA
1-3.
Yes, sir. How we doing today, bro?
I'm doing all right, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing good. No complaints at all. Just enjoying your new room setup.
Yeah,
it looks really nice in here.
Took a whole. More than a work shift overtime to finish that in a day.
Look, I'm glad you got it done, though, bro. Some good feng shui going on here for sure.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. But cool, bro. So today's episode, I kind of had an interesting topic to share with you. And I think the best way to explain the topic would just be to explain the story that made the topic come to my mind. Mm-hmm. So I went to my grandparents' house the other day, and I got gray hair now.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I got gray hair, bro. It's a solid gray hair too. That shit's solid gray. Like, you can't miss it.
That's nuts.
Yeah, but I
feel you. I have some on my head for my dreads and stuff. Like, it's kind of intertwined a little bit, especially when I unravel it. It's just sticking.
Yeah. So this is my solid first gray. Like, I have no other gray on my face, on my body, but this one. Mm-hmm. Like, my birthmark is on my back, and there's no gray hair on my back. It's literally this my first true gray. So yeah, hopefully it looks good when I get older. Yes, sir. But anyway, though, back to the story. So we were. I was at grandma's house, and we was just chilling. And while I was watching TV with granddaddy's, this girl came on TV, and she was just talking whatever. But he noticed that she had the earrings like all on her nose and stuff like that. Yeah. And then he just started, you know how grandparents be. Well, what is that shit on her face right there? Your brother got that on his face too. Is that like some type of gang or something? What is that? And I'm like, nah, granddad, it's just style. Like, that's just the new style nowadays. Put all that stuff on your face? And I'm like, I don't know how to explain it to him that this is the society that we're in now, Yeah. But it kind of just made me think about the perceptions that your environment, your age bring to you. And I kind of just want to, talk about some of those today and wonder if you've encountered any of those at all in your experience in life, bro. So, yeah, that's cool with you. Cool?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So one thing that, for me, perception that really got me recently was traveling out of town with the kids, going to SeaWorld, because a lot of these kids, I thought it was like given for things you're supposed to leave the house with, or things that you're supposed to travel with, such as like water, your phone charger, chapsticks, things that you're supposed to spend money on if you're have the money to spend it on, But so many kids, it blew my mind seeing how many kids wanted to go to Starbucks and buy coffee. And I'm sitting here like, why do you need coffee for? There's no reason for you to need coffee. Coffee is supposed to wake you up, to caffeinate you, give you the energy. That's my understanding of coffee. If I need a coffee, it's because I'm tired. I need something to perk me up, give me some energy, But these kids are drinking coffee like it's a milkshake, like it's the new juice, like it's just, I need an apple juice, I'm gonna go buy me a Starbucks coffee. And it's like, you know, that perspective really blew my mind because I didn't grow up that way at all. But it's the way they're growing up now to where, yeah, we can get coffee any day, point of time, you know. And that made me laugh harder last night because while we were driving down the street 4th of July, we drove by Dutch Bros, and Dutch Bros has a line going around the corner. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing getting coffee? It's just blowing up in the air right now. There should be no reason that you need a coffee right now. Like, all this booming and banging going on, that should be enough to keep you awake. But, you know, I just find that like a weird thing, you know, and that's like my perception where I'm like, maybe I am getting an old guy or weird or something like that, you know.
So, I mean, like, one of my things is, well, my take on it is, I just feel there's so much of a more of a demand for things nowadays too, whether it's in school or jobs as well. And while I still don't understand it either, like I'd rather usually use caffeine only as like a dire necessity because I need to
a jolt. Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of like I mean, it is a drug. I mean, that's that along with what it's like caffeine and what nicotine, I guess, is like the highest like drug addictions nowadays. Oh, sugar.
Yeah, I was gonna say sugar's up there too.
That's what I was thinking.
You know,
but yeah, like I don't think I would want to use that unless I really needed it. But I mean, hustle culture now today. You got these kids hustling for school, or you know, being demanded of some things. Like some maybe not, but I think that's just kind of how they view it, and now it's just like a social norm nowadays too. But it's crazy the lengths that they'll go to just to get that coffee.
Just to get it, bro. So like for me, so what blows my mind is that I'm on a college tour with these kids. We're paying for every little thing they got. Hotel rooms. You go to SeaWorld, you get to eat every 90 minutes. Whatever you want to, every 90 minutes you get a meal. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff. And while we're at this one college tour, we literally tell them food is on the way. We're literally waiting for the food to get dropped off. It should be here in the next 10 minutes. But they see the coffee shop is open. 40 kids went over there to go get matcha teas. You know what I'm saying? All of them lined up to go get a matcha tea, to the point where when the food arrived, I had to step behind the kids and be like, hey, everybody after this person, cancel. We're not giving them no orders because their food is here now. And now, of course, some kids are upset they didn't get the chance to order, but it's like, y'all don't need no matcha tea. What y'all need matcha tea for? Yeah. Like, y'all just gonna spend $20 on a trash college matcha tea at that. You already know that's just syrup and milk. You know what I'm saying? That's not Starbucks. But y'all just have this urge or this feeling of, I had the opportunity to go buy some coffee, I'm gonna get coffee. You know? Right. And, you know, I guess, you know, we're using coffee as an example, but I always think about it with other places such as, you know, the environmental stuff when it comes to, like, body art, you know, tattoos and things like that. People older than me, tattoos were 100% like taboo, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't represent something, you ain't getting no tattoo. Now you see kids with tattoos with freaking Bugs Bunny on the back of their ears, or it's Friday the 13th, so I can go give me a $13 tattoo and I'm gonna get it. And it's like, why, you know? But at the same time, you know, I think that's like the perception of the different ages, the different sceneries we grew up in, the different places we are.
And then not to mention, like, you got social media, so all of that's like spread around everywhere.
Exactly. Like, so yesterday for 4th of July, me and Jess, we went to like kind of like the spot in Summerlin, like on top of the hill where they're building a lot of mountains at right now. And, you know, we're just sitting there chilling, smoking, watching the fireworks. And then a thought came to my mind of, because there was a whole bunch of like younger kids around us as well. And I was like, these are all the Palo Verde kids. And then she was like, what makes you say they Palo Verde? They could be kids from anywhere. I was like, yeah, but you gotta think about the area we're in right now. Kids in North Las Vegas don't have an area where they can just go drive up in the mountains that, you know, they have roads that can drive up to the mountains and y'all can just hang out up there. You can't do that in the north. You know, north, if you want to find a spot to hang out, you gotta find you a ducked off spot, and that's probably really hard to find because it's so built up over here. Compared to over there in the Summerlin area, these kids are probably used to just driving up the mountains and know all the secret streets and knowing where they can light fire. Because one street went on, it looked like a block party. And I'm like, how many of y'all had the same idea to come up here and watch fireworks?
And a lot of people in that Summerlin area usually have like Jeeps to be able to go off-road.
Man, bro, Jeeps, and you were seeing that Jeeps, all the off-roading cars. You know, they knew the back streets, they knew what streets to go on, and I'm sitting here lost as hell because I'm like, this is not my area. But you know, I'm not used to this type of perception. You know what I'm saying? I'm not used to this type of scenery or this type of opportunity to be able to go and drive up in the mountain and just see whatever there is out there, you know. Right. And I think that was something that really just made me think, you know, just really made me just sit back and think of like what we're exposed to really determines what we could be, what we could do, you know. Like for example, going to the zoo just now, I love Animal Planet. I watch Animal Planet all the time. I've never been to a zoo before. So just now at the San Diego Zoo, that was a true new experience for me. And it really opened up my perspective on, one, how big these animals are, you know, two, how effed up a zoo is in general, to have all these people locked up in cages and, you know, they can't move around. But then three, just the experience I've had of feeling like a little kid in a candy store never experiencing this, you know. So like my coworkers, if you listen to my last week's story, my coworkers, they already been to the zoo. They didn't care to explore. I said, F this, I'm about to go by myself and explore. And that experience of exploring myself, they could understand my perspective because they're like, you never been here? Yes, go out there and enjoy it, bro, because I've been here before. This is my third time here. This ain't nothing new to me. I don't care for the zoo, you know, but...
It's kind of like going to Disneyland for like the 5th time. So it's like, I've been here, you know. I've been here before. I know where it's at. I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want to find. If I see something new, I know it's new because I've been here so much that I can tell, you know. But it's like, you know, I was just thinking about the environment and how your environment really shapes what you know, you know. So, yeah, anything like that crossed your mind at all while I was talking at all, bro? Kind of like, it's kind of like both. I had like both ends of it, to where it's like I'm used to it, but then I'm also just like, oh, this is new in general too. I recently reconnected with my orchestra teacher from high school, along with a couple other classmates, as we've kind of been reconnecting as well. And we went to go eat at this Thai place in Chinatown, and it's like, well, that's over by Clark. I know that area pretty well, but how often have I really like gone and explored over there?
Right.
The space where we ate at, I think I've only been in that like little section probably once, probably right after graduation, after 4th of July, ironically. But for like a pho place, but haven't been anywhere else around there. So when we got done eating and the teacher left, one of my friend's fiance asked, oh, you guys doing anything after this? Like, I kind of want to go to this, like, it's like, how do you explain it? It's like a little cute item store. Like, it's kind of where you would find, like, that Krillin in my room, or, you know, other, you know, things like that. So he's like, yeah, fuck it, like, we'll go. So went up, explored there. That was kind of pretty dope just to see what type of stuff they had there. It's kind of goofy and eccentric in a sense. That was cool. And then we went over to look at like a card store. I actually got Gerald's birthday is later this month. I actually got him a gift from up there since he likes this certain anime that he's getting playing cards for now. But it was cool because I'm used to the environment, but I've never really explored the environment. So I'm still getting like a culture shock in somewhere that I've, you know, been before. And it's pretty crazy how popular it is. Like, if you go to Chinatown, you know that place always packed, got the tight parking lots and everything. But it was crazy to just know that people really love this place that much. And I don't understand it enough to just go down here every day. It was cool to explore, but it's not something I would do. But it's crazy to know that, you know, these other people probably grew up around that a lot more than I did, and I appreciate it for that.
Exactly.
So it's interesting. It's interesting to see for sure.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you on that one, because that's how I felt yesterday with gelato. I always heard gelato. I may have even had it before, but it was never something that's like, oh, I want some gelato or whatever. So then last night we was looking for like a dessert spot to go to that was open late, and there was a 24-hour gelato shop in Chinatown. And I was like, at first I was avoiding it. And I was like, I don't want to get no gelato. It's going to be knockoff ice cream. It's not going to satisfy me the way I thought it was going to do. That shit was so fire, bro. And I was like, I'm glad I stepped outside my box and opened up my perspective so I can experience this, you know?
Yeah.
Because if I would have been stuck in my ways of, who eats that? Why are you over there doing that? Like, that's so weird. Is that a cult or something? I would have never been able to experience this and enjoy this experience, you know?
Right.
So I think that's real. So,
I was gonna say, like, another thing too, to kind of build off what you started the episode with as well, like the piercings. Like, I liked how it looked on some other people, like, outside of me, but I never really understood why to get it. Like, I never envisioned myself to
With it.
get, like, maybe the earrings, maybe, but like the nose piercings and stuff, I never thought of myself to get it. But I mean, now I kind of understand it a little bit, and I was like, I'm glad I took a chance to just experience it, because I mean, it is a crazy experience to essentially artistically mutilate yourself. Would I get more? Probably not. I just have a vision of what I want to get. I want to turn these into rings, and that I'm basically chilling after that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting once you just move past that own, like, mental barrier that you placed upon, like, a certain cultural phenomenon.
Exactly.
And then just go experience it. And
that was a beautiful way to say it. That mental barrier that you have is low-key like that mental stereotype that you just need to get past. And once you get past it, it's like, oh shit, you just opened up a whole new world for me. And now I'm upset that I was stuck in that stereotype, you know? Or I can't believe I was stuck in that stereotype. I'm trying to figure out why, which is usually just, I'm just unaware, I'm just not exposed to it, or this is just something new to me, you know? Like, so I know one experience was interesting too was Jessica. She went to Panama recently, and she didn't see nobody with tattoos out there. And she has all these tattoos. And people in Panama were coming up to her and saying, oh, you're a bad girl because you have tattoos. And, you know, she was like, I have no idea what they meant by that. I don't know if they meant I'm a devil worshiper, if they mean I'm a prostitute, or what it is. But for them, this is new because they don't have tattoos in this country like that compared to United States. Everybody got tattoos.
You know, or shoot, even Mexico, or you know, Japan, some of the Asian countries,
shoot, or Hawaiian countries. You know what I'm saying?
Islanders.
Yeah, like their tattoos is harsh tattoos. Like how you get their tattoos is crazy. And I'm like, shit, I'll be damned to be needled for 10 hours.
Because I think in the Philippines they have like a bone or something that they kind of put ink in, and they kind of like hammer it.
Yeah, they hammer it. So that's the they say that's the traditional, like, that's like their coming of age tattoo, low key. Like, you know, you get the family symbols and all that stuff in some type of pattern, and you have to sit there, and it could take hours to days, you know, and you ain't supposed to take no painkillers. You ain't supposed to, you gotta stug it, you know, and then that's like your rite of passage, you know. And it come from somewhere else, it might sound crazy as hell.
Yeah.
What the hell you mean? Why am I gonna sit here and get needled with a hammer when I can just go and get an automatic chisel that's gonna and give me a full back tattoo in an hour compared to half an arm tattoo in 2 days, you know? But
and I heard some methods are even easier than the needle with the automatic needle. I think one of my homegirls I've known since 5th grade, she's a Filipino, and she recently got like the authentic Filipino tribal tattoo. And I think she said that hurt less than getting like an actual pin. And I'm like, okay,
everybody's different. Right?
Everybody's different,
yeah. But it's like to teach his own, you know. And it's like, but I think the main thing you said though, which I think is amazing, is just overcoming those mental barriers that are holding you back and keeping you from experiencing new things, or just from even accepting new things, you know. Like one thing that was for me, and you know, cancel me if y'all want to, but this is me, you know, when the whole, not the gay rights movement, but just like the flamboyancy of the gayness starting to come out a lot more. It was kind of hard for me at first. It was like, you know, this is too much. But then when I started to just accept it and sit back and just accept it, man, gay people are some of the funniest people in the world.
They are.
I'll be on TV laughing like, I can't believe this gay couple just did that, and they be having me in tears, you know. And it's like, if I would have never sit there and hold on to the stereotype of oh, this gay person is doing something gay and I need to be mad. And it's like, no, let it go and just enjoy what I'm watching. And then it turns out it's funny as hell. I'm in tears right now, and I can't wait to watch another episode now. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many stereotypes that we just hold on to. We have to just learn to really just break and just let loose.
Accept,
let loose. And if you can't accept it, even if you can't understand it, you can still accept it. You can still say it's not my place to say something, or I don't have the right to say something. And that's one thing I've been saying lately to myself is, who do I have the right to judge anybody? I'm fucked up in my own ways. Who do I have the right to judge anybody, way, shape, or form? So I think
we're all unique.
We're all unique in our own ways, bro. And it's like, until you can learn to really just stop, accept their uniqueness. You can. There's a way to question it. You can always question everything. Like, Granddad can easily ask you, why do you have those things in your nose?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without making you feel less than or weird for having it. There's a way to ask the questions properly.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just come at it correctly instead of a defensive, you're wrong, Karen type of way. You know what I'm saying?
For something that's not even necessarily directly affecting you.
Exactly. Not affect you at all. You just curious of why you keep wearing yellow. Like, I just want to know why you wear black all the time. And it's like, damn. So
it's what I do.
It's what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's what I do. Like, people do that. Ask me about trivia. Why do you host trivia? I'm like, I don't know. At the end of the day, this is what I do. Like, this is what I do. What I enjoy. Yes, I can explain it because I want to get better and all that stuff. But trust me, half the time a lot of people come play it. I'm like, why you come play this every weekend? But fuck it, you here, we having a good time, we gonna jam out. Yeah, so I love it, man. I love it. Just set people for who they are and just go with the flow,
That part.
It makes it so much easier in life. Yes, sir. But anything else you want to add? Add to this episode, bro?
No. Just take a leap of faith.
Yeah, take a leap of faith, and then I do have some things I do want to add personally. So if you guys all look at the links in the bio, you will see you now have a easier link to go sign up for your Audible account and get your 30 days free if you haven't got it yet. And then you also have a link so you can support the show to just send us, small monthly donations, up to minimum $3. That's the least that we can ask for. If it could be $1, I will only ask for $1, but the system only let me ask for $3. So if we can ask you guys to just dedicate $3 to us a month, just to help us grow the show, help us find some dedicated recording area, definitely, so we can bring you guys some more video footage and just improve our audio as well. We do need some new microphones, some new Focusrites. Mr. 13's computers aren't cheap. He works hard for them. So any donations, we'll truly appreciate it. And you already know, if you donate, we're going to make sure we shout you out on the show. And I'm going to say this, you donate $20, I'm going to get you an episode and make sure we get your own episode so we can hear your story. So everything is in the bio. All you got to do is just hit the links in the bio, send a small donation, and you can also send us a fan love. So if you guys just are a fan of the show and just want to send a good shout out, same thing. In the information of the show, just hit the link and you can send us some support, and we'll shout out whatever support you guys send with us, because we appreciate and enjoy all the support we receive. We couldn't do it without you guys. 100%. So thank you guys so much.
100%.
Yes, sir. But with all that being said, we hope you guys have a great day, a marvelous afternoon, a splendid evening, and remember to
just keep swimming.